Hello and welcome to the Reading Corner. On today's episode we'll be discussing comic books and graphic novels, going over this week's book news, and at the end of the show we'll be playing a bookish game. But before we start discussing our topic of the week, Bethan will fill you in on all the news in the book community, including new releases.
First up in the new releases coming this Tuesday is The Last Star by Yancey, the third and final book in the Fifth Wave trilogy. I won't tell you the synopsis for this book, as it will have spoilers for the first two in the series, but the synopsis for the first book is as follows. After the first wave, only darkness remains. After the second, only the lucky escape. And after the third, only the unlucky survive. After the fourth wave, only one rule applies: trust no one. Now it's the dawn of the fifth wave, and on a lonely stretch of highway, Cassie runs from them. West, a popular American book convention, took place earlier this month. So, of course, there was a lot of bookish news, including a new series, The Andromeda Cycle, written by Amie Kaufman and Kristoff, who've previously worked on the Illuminae files. You'll find an elite training facility in space, a ragtag bunch of misfits, a sweeping epic that spans galaxies, after-school detention, romance, aliens, some handsome, a lot of snark, and a battle for the fate of the universe, and an interstellar love story 2 centuries in the making. And finally, Veronica Roth, the author of the Divergent series, has announced the title of her first book in a new sci-fi duology, Carve the Mark. On a planet where violence and vengeance rule, in a galaxy where some are favoured by fate, everyone develops a current gift, a unique power meant to shape the future. While most benefit from their current gifts, Akos and Kyra do not. Their gifts make them vulnerable and to others' control. Can they reclaim their gifts, their fates, and their lives, and reset the balance of power in the world? And now back to Rachel in the Reading Corner.
Thank you, Bethan. Do let us know in the comments below what books you're excited about reading this week. And if you want more bookish news and content, don't forget to check out our website. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram at The Reading Corner TV. All links in the description. Now on to our topic of the week, where Bethan and I will be discussing comic books and graphic novels.
So, Rachel, we're discussing graphic novels this week. So, could you just give us a bit of an idea what the difference between a graphic novel and trade paperbacks are?
Yes, I will do my best. It's a little bit complicated, but here I go. So a graphic novel, if the storyline is complete and a whole within that book, that's a graphic novel. Whereas if you've got a collection of stories bound together, or one story that's part of many volumes not bound together with that, that's a comic book.
Right.
So I think a lot of your Marvel and DC things, they're comic books. But then things like Sandman by Neil Gaiman, that's a graphic novel.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a rough idea. And manga's kind of a genre unto itself, but manga's probably amongst the earliest graphic novels. It's been around for a long time.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, lots of information.
Yeah, yeah. Well, tell me, I mean, right now, graphic novels and comic books are coming back into the mainstream a bit more.
Indeed, yeah.
Are there any popular series that you would highlight at the moment?
I mean, the superhero Batman versus Superman at the moment, because of the film, I think that's quite a popular train of graphic novels and trade paperbacks at the moment. But another one I think has gained a lot of popularity because of film and TV even, is The Walking Dead. It's a series I've really enjoyed because there's kind of differences between the TV series and the graphic novel. So there's things I didn't like in the TV series but enjoyed much more in the novel. Yeah. And is there anything that you've been reading recently that you've enjoyed?
Yeah, I was reading, yesterday I was reading Wonder Woman, which is quite fun. I like the artwork, and it's very filmic in the way it's, the story's charted through the pages. I'd also say I quite enjoyed Tank Girl.
Oh, right.
I know it's quite old school, it's been around for a while, but that's still one of the popular, if you're new to the genre, that's a good in. And because there's a film version of it as well, which is a hoot.
Oh, amazing.
Definitely worth watching if you get the chance.
Yeah, so that's a really good in if you're new to graphic novels.
Yes.
I think as well, because a lot of people associate graphic novels and comics with the superhero action genre, but actually there's so much more to it.
Yeah.
I love Mouse. and it's all about the Holocaust. So, you know, kind of morbid, but it's told through mice instead of men.
Yeah.
So kind of a novelty value, but
very
very
beautiful
interesting.
artwork.
Yeah,
Very beautiful.
exactly. So I think that would also be a good place to start. That's not the superhero angle.
Absolutely. Get out there and go to Forbidden Planet, everybody. Now this week we have something a bit different. Earlier in the month we went to Vault Comics in Welling. The full video of our visit will be uploaded onto our website, but here's a little teaser about the shop.
We opened on November the 7th last year, so if my maths is correct, we've been running it for about 9 months now. We chose to open a shop in this area. Well, the two main factors. Number one, it was local to us both, so it's not too much of a trek to get here. Not too expensive, so we could afford it, and just the fact that there's nothing within like a 5-mile radius of here really, so we were out of like a catchment area for any other businesses that might be competitive. At the moment, I've been reading a lot of Swamp Thing. I'm really into that kind of like that body horror kind of thing. One that I've not been like actively reading, but I've been interested in and watching people buy is Gwenpool. Actually, Gwenpool's pretty interesting. It's a very bright and colourful little series that's just come out recently. So, with an industry like the comic book industry, there's something that can cater to everyone really, but I refer people more towards graphic novels rather than actual comic books, because it is hard to start getting into comic books straight away, because obviously there's so many single issues, you find it hard. So with someone who says like, I want to get into Batman, obviously Killing Joke, Dark Knight Returns, that kind of stuff. When it comes to like X-Men, I'll be like, X-Men Schism, that's always a fun little read.
For this week's Challenge Rachel, we have one of your challenge suggestions. Thank you for sending those in. As this week has a comic book theme, this challenge is quizzing your knowledge of superhero secret identity. I'll be reading out 10 secret identities, and you will have to test your knowledge of their superhero identity. Right, Rachel, let's start the quiz.
Okay.
So, Bruce Wayne.
Batman.
Correct. Diana Prince.
Wonder Woman.
Correct. Bruce Banner.
The Hulk.
Yes. Clark Kent.
Superman.
Peter Parker.
Spider-Man.
Tony Stark.
Iron Man.
Fab. Steve Rogers.
The Green Lantern.
Oh, I'm afraid not. It's Captain America.
Oh, God.
Matt Murdock.
The Green Lantern.
Nice try, but I'm afraid it's not. It's Daredevil.
Damn it.
And Scott Summers.
Green Lantern.
It's actually Cyclops.
Damn it.
And our last one is Johnny Storm.
Green Lantern.
I'm afraid not. It's the Human Torch.
Oh,
but you got 6 right, so
that's not
really
too bad.
well done.
That's not too bad. Well, that's the end of our show for this week. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget there's more information about all the books talked about today on our website, along with other awesome content. And make sure to check out our Twitter, Instagram and Facebook at The Reading Corner TV and submit those suggestions for Challenge Rachel. All the links are in the description below. Goodbye.